Yes, children. So now that we are looking into question number 10, children, as I discussed in the previous video, actually for this particular question, there is a special formula that is given in your textbook, children. So basically, we will be following that formula. So if you just look into the example number 30 that is there in your page number 214, we have one question of this type in which you have been explained this particular formula. Okay, so according to this formula, children, suppose if I want to find out the any surface area or volume based on the cross section which is there. So what is cross section, children? Suppose cross section means what? Whatever is the part that you are able to see. So this particular face that you can see, this is basically considered as a cross section. Okay, so when we talk about the cross section, we consider what this particular means of a long object, of a 3D object. Whatever part that you are able to see, this particular area is called the cross section. Okay, so basically what happens for a cylinder, the base becomes a cross section. Okay, then for a sphere, you can say when you just cut it out, so that hemisphere that becomes the circle part becomes the cross section. So if you see, they have given what, children? They have given that this tunnel is actually like this, but then what must be the shape of the tunnel? It should have been something like this. Okay, so whatever you are seeing here, this part, if I just tell you, this happens to be the cross section. Okay, this area. So whenever the cross section has been given, so in those type of cases, I'll explain you the two formulas that have been given. So if you want to find out the volume based on the cross section area, the formula of volume is area of cross section into length. Area of cross section. And children, this is no new formula, this is the formula that you know already. Okay, that for any particular figure, the volume is given by area of the cross section into height. Why? Because suppose when we talk about cylinder, so this is my cylinder, what is the formula of volume? The area of cross section. So what is area of cross section? That is my circle. So this is given by pi r square into height, that is h. Okay, so this is a common rule that whenever you want to find out the volume, it is given by area of cross section into height. So suppose you are given this type of figure, for that what you will be finding out, the area of this particular figure. Okay, and then you will be adding up the area of this semicircle, and then once you are calculating the area of both semicircle and the square or the rectangle part, then you can just multiply this by this particular length to get the answer. Okay, so this was about volume, children. If I talk about surface area, which is being asked in this particular question, so the formula for surface area is actually given by perimeter of the cross section. Okay, perimeter of cross section into height or length, whatever. Okay, so means what, children? Now what is the perimeter here? Perimeter here, if you see, will be equal to, since I have just made this figure very clumsy, I'll tell you. So suppose this is my tunnel part. Okay, so here the perimeter will be equal to what? The perimeter will be equal to this particular semicircle, children. Okay, plus this particular two sides of this particular rectangle. Why you are not taking this particular line, children? Because that does not come in the perimeter. So you will be taking only half circle, and plus then you will be combining the two sides. Okay, so this is the way this particular sum has to be done, children. We were getting confused. Of course there are many other ways of doing, but this is going to be the smallest one, plus you can get the answer very easily. Okay, so suppose this is the figure that has been given to me. So how are you going to write this? We'll be writing it completely in the terms as it is given in your textbook. Okay, so here what you will be writing, so write down perimeter of cross section is equal to, for before that we'll be just finding out, they haven't given the names, children, so I'll be writing down this as A, B, suppose this is my C, D and E. So I'll be finding out what is the perimeter of BCD. So for that I'll be writing perimeter of BCD, perimeter of BCD will be equal to how much, children? This is going to be equal to half into 2 pi r, because it is a half circle, children. So this is given by pi into r. So if you want, you can calculate here, or else you can just keep it. So if you just calculate this is going to be coming out to be 22 upon 7 into what will be the radius, children? Here you can see this is equal to 6, so it is evident that this particular radius is equal to 3. So this is going to be equal to 66 upon 7. Okay, so this is what you are getting. You are getting the area of the semicircle, not area, sorry children, perimeter of the semicircle. Okay, now what you need to find out, I'll tell you the formula which is there. You don't have to find out. First write down the formula. So the formula says perimeter of cross section is equal to, not exactly the formula, children, it's just that what you have to calculate here, perimeter of cross section is equal to, in the figure, just look into it, children, this is AB, this is equal to, children, not plus. Okay, so this is AB plus, so why am I taking this? Because I want AB. Now plus I'll be taking semicircle BCD like this, if you can see, plus semicircle BCD, okay, and plus DE. So how much is this coming out to be equal to, children? AB has been given at how much? This has been given as 8, plus this you have calculated semicircle BCD as 66 upon 7, and plus again 8 you are having. So this is coming out to be equal to 8 plus 8 is 16. So this is 16 plus 66 upon 7. If you want, you can just calculate here. So if you calculate how much you are getting, children, 16 into 7 is 112. So write down this is equal to 112 plus 66 divided by 7. So this in turn is coming out to be 178 divided by 7. So this you can just keep it like this, meter square. Okay, so this you have calculated the perimeter. Now what is the formula, children? The formula says that internal surface area is equal to perimeter of cross section into length. Okay, so you'll be writing down what? I'll be writing down that internal surface area, because that is what they have asked. Internal surface area is equal to perimeter of cross section, perimeter of cross section into height or length, you can write. So what is the perimeter of cross section that we have calculated, children? This is 178 divided by 7 into what is the length that has been given, children? If you see, they have given this 35 meter long, so into 35. Okay, so here 7 gets cancelled. Okay, I'll just write it down. The screen is getting shaky. So this becomes 5. So 178 into 5 is going to be how much, children? This is coming out to be 0. And then you have, okay, so 9 and 8. So 890 meters square is what you are getting the surface area. Okay, the internal surface area. So here I'll be writing, because in the down it's very clumsy, children, that this implies that internal surface area, okay, internal surface area is equal to 890 meters square. Okay, so this is the answer that you are getting. Alright, so this was an easy one, of course, children, but then you should be knowing that what you have to do. If you know the concept that to find out the surface area you need to calculate the perimeter of the cross section, then you can easily find out, children. But if you don't know, then it is going to be a confusing one. Okay, so we'll be now doing question number 11, children. So if you just look into question number 11, so you can just mark this question number 10 and 11 as important, children. Why? Because there are different types of sums. Okay, so here I have been given this particular figure, children, wherein this is the figure which is given. Just a second, students. Okay, so this is the figure, Now what they want, children, they are asking that, see, okay, just a second, children, this figure I'll just make it like this. Okay, now this has been given as 21. Okay, this has been given as 7. Okay, and then what else has been given? We have been given 90 degrees. Okay, this has been given as 90. And then what they are asking, the horizontal cross section. So what do you see, children, that this is the figure of a cross section of a water tank. Okay, so here what do you need to find out? They have given that length has been given as, if you just see, children, so this is, suppose my figure, I'll just draw it and explain you this, because this has been given as 21 and this has been given as 7. So you have to find out the volume. So now you know the formula, children, that if you want to find out the volume in terms of cross section, what is the formula? Formula is given by area of cross section into length. So here I will be first finding out the area of cross section. So for finding out the area, first I will be taking this particular rectangle which is there, children. Okay, so for this particular rectangle, my formula will be what? It will be just length into breadth. And then I have a semicircle here. So for this particular semicircle, what will be my formula? Just a second, students. Okay, so my formula for this particular semicircle will be, this 7 is the radius, so this is going to be equal to 7 upon 2. This will be the radius because that is the length. So these are the things which have been given. So what you will be writing, first write down area of cross section. Okay, area of cross section is equal to half into area of, or else we can just name the figure, children, if you want. You can just write this as A, B, C, D and E. Okay, so write down area of semicircle ABC, area of semicircle ABC plus, this is C, plus area of ACDE. Area, in the bracket write down ACDE. Okay, so how will you find out the area of semicircle, children? Area of semicircle will be given by half into pi r square, because that is the formula, and for this it will be given by length into breadth. So this in turn is equal to how much? This is equal to half into 22 upon 7 into r square. So how much is r? We have calculated, children, 7 upon 2 into 7 upon 2. Okay, plus L into B. So length here has been given as 21 into 7. So if you see here, what all the things that are getting cancelled, children? 7 can get cancelled, and this is becoming 11. So how much we are getting? We are getting 77 upon 4. Okay, so write down that this is equal to 77 upon 4 plus 21 into 7 is how much, children? 147. So if you take the LCM here, children, this is going to be coming out to be equal to 588 plus 77 upon 4. Okay, so when you calculate this in turn is going to be equal to be 665 divided by 4 meter square. Okay, so this what you are getting, children? This you are getting the area of cross section. Now what will be the volume? So volume will be equal to, I'll just erase this. How much did we get? I'll be writing that part, and rest of the part I'll be erasing. I got 665. Okay, so I'll be writing down like this, that the volume will be equal to area of cross section into length. Okay, so what is the area of cross section, children? Area of cross section you have calculated as 665 divided by 4 into length has been given as how much? 2.4. Okay, so this is what the length has been given. So this, if you want, you can do this as, this goes 0.6 times, children. Using calculator we'll be finding out. This is equal to, coming out to be 665 into 0.6 is 399 meter cube. So now you found out the volume, but then you need to find out the answer in liters, children. Okay, so for that what you will be using, children, you will know that 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liters. Okay, so what you will be writing, that 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liters. So 399 meter cube will be equal to 399 into 1000 liters. Okay, so what you will be writing now, you will be writing that, see, 4.5 liter is equal to 1 gallon. Okay, is equal to 1 gallon. So 399 into 10 raised to 3 liter will be equal to 1 upon 4.5, that is for 1 liter, into 399 into 10 cube. So this is what you are getting. So this particular pen is sleeping, children, so that is why the handwriting is getting bit awry. So just continue. So I'll be just calculating this so that we can see how much we are getting. We are getting 399 divided by 4.5. So this is coming out to be equal to 88.666. So this is 88.666. This is continuing into 10 cube. So if you are multiplying this, then this will be equal to how much? This will be equal to 88666.67. Like this you will be getting. Okay, and this is gallons. Okay, so this is the answer that you are getting. Okay, so this way we will be doing this sum. Alright, students, so the rest of the questions we will be looking into next session. Thank you, students.